A familiar scene, isn't it? The exhilaration of running free, the happiness of being with friends, the thrill of challenging yourself. Remember those days? The fond memories of competition and fun? That's what we want our children to have, the same encouraging and safe environment. Occasionally, our good intentions fall prey to the quest for victory.
An Oklahoma soccer coach has been charged with second-degree battery after allegedly attacking a police officer. North Little Rock detective Michael Gibbons was working security at a championship soccer tournament at Burns Park Sunday.
Youth soccer in particular has become a popular breeding ground for outbursts. As parents, we occasionally become too involved, neglecting the innocence of the game. We become overzealous, though we think we have our children's best interest at heart.
Sportsmanship and just having fun. These parents that are doing that, I think, are vicarious life experiences through their children.
Was released from jail Monday afternoon after he accidentally struck his wife while punching another parent during a weekend soccer game at the soccer complex. Some coaches we talked with Monday afternoon think that negative involvement by parents ruins the experience for kids.
You want to get your children involved, but when you actually get physically involved and lose control, then you're taking a lot away from the game and a lot away from the kids.
We forget that actions speak louder than silence or praise. Without cause, we scold the referee for a game call. Often we instruct from the sideline, even though the team has a trained coach. We want our children to have the best. We want them to succeed. We want to win. Referee intimidation has become a worldwide soccer phenomenon. Many young and inexperienced referees are turning in their whistles after being bullied, criticized, or even physically abused by fans, parents, and coaches. In addition to losing referees, we inadvertently affect the players. Feelings of embarrassment and self-doubt surface with every sideline outburst heard. The environment becomes charged and competition fierce. As a parent, I'm concerned. Like the old adage says, we learn by example. With the slightest comment or action, we direct the atmosphere of the game. It's up to us as adults to take control and set a positive example.
As far as parents' behavior on the sidelines, a lot of times I know when it usually starts with one or two parents and they just start and they start pacing, and some of them that's just their general behavior. They can't sit, they're anxious, and I call that enthusiasm. So thank you for your enthusiasm. But they start to go and then they get boisterous, and then it filters down. Attitudes are contagious, and some people's are just not worth catching.
Being critical of referees has become somewhat of a social norm. This attitude can be pinpointed as one of the many reasons youth soccer loses so many young officials each year. Change needs to be initiated. At the forefront of this movement is a much-needed modification of behavior.
You can't even see! Come on, ref, both ways!
It's very difficult when you have a tough crowd who is yelling and screaming and arguing with every call. It's difficult to keep your head in the game and really ignore what they're saying. So every now and then you'll get a fan that you can hear them 3 fields down arguing with the calls. You lose your concentration if they're standing right behind you, especially on the line. Offsides especially is hard enough to call as it is, but when they're sitting there yelling and screaming at you about every offsides, every close play, you tend, especially for younger referees, you tend to lose confidence in your game.
Good job, ref! Way to screw it up! Way to screw this game up, ref! Good job! What about that one? Hey, it goes both ways, sir! Come on!
Some things that parents say to child referees when they are reffing, saying things like, hey, you're too young, hey, you don't belong out there, we don't think you're fast enough, you can't keep up with play. Those things can really ruin a child's psyche on the field. I mean, not only in that moment, but you know, their next game, they think, oh, these parents didn't like me, you know, maybe they're right, maybe they, you know, maybe they have a point and I'm not going to go out there.
Call it both ways, come on! You're missing all the yellow ones!
These children need support, especially from their parents. They get the supports from their peers, they get the support from their coaches. The coaches come up after the game saying, hey, you did a good job.
I think one of the biggest reasons why we're losing a lot of young referees in the first 2 or 3 years that the referees, they're young, they're say 15, 14 years old, and they don't know that the parents are giving them a hard way to go and that it's just a game.
That's obstruction! That's obstruction! Go to the ground, Barrett, then you'll get the call!
And the parents treat it as more than a game. They treat it, if we lose, it's the end of the world. And we got to remember that this is not the professionals. This is youth soccer.
You're killing us! Blue ball! Let's go! Blue ball, come on. That's all right. Hey, that's all right, Quay. Get him. Use your skills. Use your skills, Quay. Use your skills. Head in the game.
The way to keep young referees is to be polite. Pretend that's your kid. Pretend your kid's not playing. Pretend your kid's the referee. They're out there trying to do something they love. They're trying to look sharp. You look at them, they're cute little uniforms, and you know, they're getting out there trying to do their best job. And you know, no one goes out and goes, I think I'll try to screw up this team today. I think I'll make some lousy calls. There's no one out there like that.
That's a great shove from behind, sir! Come on, call it!
You know, there's no one out there trying to cheat. They're trying to do their best job. If they blow a call, they blow a call. If they blow a couple calls, you know?
Oh, come on! That is general.
What needs to be said to help slow the process of losing the referees is, you know, for the parents, instead of saying, hey, you missed that, or you know, what are you watching the same game we are, or just not paying attention to the game, either just sit back and watch the game or encourage your players. Don't acknowledge the referees. Or if you have a problem, say, hey, you know, you might have missed it, but that's all right. You know, just get the next one. Positivity is the best thing right now. There's too much negativity.
The basis of many comments stems from a lack of education in the rules of the game. Calls such as offsides or a handball attract much attention, while alleged dangerous plays spark enormous controversy.
Unfortunately, parents have a tendency to say things that are incorrect. They shout things on the field that necessarily don't go along with the rule book. They need to learn the rule book. They may know the basic rules, but I'm sure a lot of them don't know a lot of the finer points.
No, I do not think the parents know enough about the rules. They always scream to the refs, read the rule book, but I really don't think the parents know the rules.
The ball played her, sir. Come on. You know these rules. It's taller. Don't let Red call the game for you.
When my dad talks, he knows pretty much what he's talking about. But when my mom talks, she pretty much doesn't know what she's talking about.
You're not going to get it all the way to the net. Get it!
I think that she needs to learn more about the game before she starts yelling and talking about the game.
I do not feel that parents know enough about the game because some parents haven't even played soccer before. They think they know from what they hear from us, but some people just think that they know everything and they really don't. They never actually went to all our practices and learned everything we've learned through the years we played soccer.
I think many problems come because parents don't know the rules of the game, especially in offsides. I'll make an offsides call and all the parents will go crazy, and part of them don't even know that it's when the ball's kicked, and they think just because their daughter was there or their team was there that they're onside, and that's how it has to be.
Offside!
Oh, wow, way offside.
Back! Man on. Handball!
Oh my gosh!
I don't think they really know the rules of the game. I think if they would just learn about it, or maybe if they were to go to practices, but if they were to just listen, or if ask them about the game and the rules, I think they would really understand why and how the referee's calling all these calls. I think it would help a lot.
Though many problems derive from the game itself, a common link begins outside the field. After a hectic day, adults continue to have trouble checking their emotional baggage at the door.
When parents have a bad day at work or a bad day anywhere else, they definitely bring it to the game. They yell so loud and they just take it all out on not exactly their kids, but just on their team.
Wake up out there. Here it comes again. Let's go. Let's go. We're on offense. Let's play. Oh, come on.
When someone makes a bad trap or they think the ref makes a bad call, they just go crazy on them just because they had a bad day.
I have experience of seeing parents interrelate with their kids, and I think a lot of times they take what either happens at home or at work. You know, they show up at the field in their tie, or you know, they've been following 3 kids around and trying to get them to the fields, and here they sit, you know, and all of a sudden, I mean, something just happens. I'm serious. It's just like they lose it.
Come on, you got to talk that, Justin. Come on, get to it. Time to play.
Oh yeah, I think the parents do bring like their problems of the day to a soccer game, and then because you know they're already stressed out, they're already mad at something, so they just get mad at someone else, something else, like a referee or a player or a coach.
They have had this bad day all day, and then they want to take it out on someone, and they can either take it out on their kids, the coach, or even the referees.
And I'm telling you, you will be gone from this field. I guarantee it, and I'm in position to do it.
They don't believe they're doing their job right when maybe they didn't do their job right at work. They got yelled at, so they think they should get yelled at.
As I was reffing in one game, a guy got really mad for not calling a handball in the game, and I think if this guy had settled down and relaxed about this game, I think it would have been a lot easier for me to ref, because I got kind of like afraid from that guy afterwards. Like, I kept reffing because I didn't want to call anything bad or wrong towards him.
Coaching players from the sideline proves to be one of the hottest topics on the field. Kids become